Welcome to Morning Joan, the podcast where we spill all the tea and dish out the latest celebrity gossip. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. So, let's dive right in. We've got some juicy news about Olivia Jade's mom, Lori Loughlin, but first we need to talk about Olivia's love life. It seems like she's been spotted with not one, but two handsome gentlemen recently. There was a reported date night with Glenn Powell in New York City, and now she's been seen with her on-again, off-again beau, Jacob Elordi, at the Toronto International Film Festival. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's going on with Olivia and these two guys? Well, let me tell you, it seems like she's playing the field, and we are here for it. But seriously, sources close to the situation say that Olivia and Jacob are back on, and they looked absolutely adorable together at the festival. He even helped her carry her dress train like a true gentleman, swoon. But before we get too caught up in the romance, let's talk about that reported date night with Glenn Powell. Apparently, they had dinner together at Il Cantinori, and then headed to the Treasure Club for some fun. However, insiders claim that they're just friends and not dating. Sure, okay, if you say so. It's also worth noting that Olivia recently opened up about going through some uncomfortable changes and seeking therapy after her split from Jacob. So, it seems like she's taking care of herself and focusing on her own happiness, and we love to see it. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, dear listeners. I hope you're all doing marvelously today. We've got a fascinating segment for you now, all about the style and sensibilities of Alex Bovaird, the talented costume designer behind the hit series The White Lotus. As we dive into her world, you'll notice that Alex's personal style is a beautiful blend of eclectic and chic. She's not afraid to mix high-end pieces with more affordable finds, and her wardrobe staples are all about comfort and practicality. From her trusty Cartier tote bag, which she swears by for its endless storage capacity, to her beloved Brooks Brothers blazer, which adds a touch of timeless sophistication to any outfit, Alex's style is all about effortless elegance. But what really caught my attention was her approach to skincare. As she says, skincare is the new makeup, and she swears by Eminence's hydrating mist as a game-changer for achieving that coveted glowing skin. And let's not forget her love of Swatch watches. She's got a whole collection of them in different colors, and they're perfect for adding a pop of fun to any outfit. As a costume designer, Alex is always on the go, and her wardrobe reflects that. She's a big fan of versatile pieces like army jackets, which can easily transition from one season to the next, and she's not afraid to borrow from the boys. A good leather belt, for example, can make all the difference in pulling an outfit together. So, what can we learn from Alex's style philosophy? For starters, it's all about investing in quality pieces that will stand the test of time. Whether it's a classic blazer or a timeless tote bag, these are the items that will become the foundation of your wardrobe. And don't be afraid to mix things up. High-end and low-end, masculine and feminine. The key is to find what works for you and have fun with it. Thanks for joining me on this stylish journey, everyone. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, everyone. We're wrapping up today's show with a fascinating story that's got everyone in the entertainment industry talking. You might have seen it making the rounds on social media, but if you haven't, buckle up because this one's a doozy. So, it seems like Italian journalist Federica Polidoro found herself at the center of a firestorm after an interview with the cast of After the Hunt, including Ayo Edebiri, Julia Roberts, and Andrew Garfield. The controversy started when Polidoro posed a question to Garfield and Roberts that seemed to suggest the politically correct era in Hollywood was over and somehow implied that the work of activists and advocates for social justice was done. But here's where it gets really interesting. Polidoro specifically directed the question to Garfield and Roberts, excluding Edebiri from the conversation. And let me tell you, Edebiri was having none of it. Despite being excluded, she jumped in and gave a thoughtful, nuanced response that highlighted the ongoing importance of social justice work. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Joan, what's the big deal? it's just a misunderstanding. But let me tell you, this is about so much more than just a misunderstanding. This is about representation, inclusion, and the responsibility that comes with being a journalist. Polidoro has since faced backlash online, with many accusing her of racism and exclusion. And while she's defended herself, saying that her question was misinterpreted and that she's not racist, the damage has already been done. As someone who's been in this industry for a long time, I can tell you that this kind of thing happens all too often. It's a reminder that we still have so much work to do when it comes to creating a more inclusive, equitable space for everyone. So, what can we learn from this incident? For starters, we need to be more mindful of who we're including and excluding from the conversation. We need to create spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. And we need to hold ourselves and others accountable when we mess up. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.